Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. If you're new, make sure you subscribe before you leave, and if you're a returning subscriber, if you haven't already, hit that little bell down below for notifications on when I put up new videos. I upload twice a week. Alright, so upon thinking about what I could record for my next YouTube video, I was gonna do a haul, which I still am gonna do a haul, but I figured what is obviously most prominent on everyone's mind right now is the fact that most, if not all of us, are on some form of a lockdown or some sort of self-isolation and whatnot, and obviously it is something that a lot of us are struggling with, obviously myself included. And if you didn't know and it's your first time here or you don't really know much about me and you're kind of new, I am a full-time YouTuber. I work for myself. I also live on my own. So I've actually been dealing with isolation feelings prior to any of this going on. So I've kind of had a little bit more experience in the world of isolation and feelings of isolation and what I can do being on my own and how I've sort of managed that. Before getting into this though, I just kind of want to say a really big disclaimer because I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I'm saying here. I don't have all the answers for you. I really don't. All I can do is offer the opinion of what works for me and what has worked for me, and just like you guys can tell me what works for you and what you're doing to sort of pass the time and make things a little bit easier while staying safe, and all that. So I'm gonna get into it. I think this is kind of like a fun little off-the-cuff video, and grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing for me is remaining on some semblance of a schedule. Now this isn't something that I'm always the best at keeping at during the quarantine because life is so different right now. A lot of my usual things are no longer accessible to me, but I've realized for my mental health, and this might not be for everyone, some people might thrive without a schedule, but I know for me, having some sort of a schedule works super well for me. These days can just become a blur. Sometimes I don't even know what day of the week it is. I like to set an alarm for the morning, whatever I might feel like. I like to start my day by making my bed. I know that I have to record. Some days I know that I have chores to get done. And so just having somewhat of a schedule, and it doesn't have to be that your whole day is scheduled, but having certain things within the day that kind of keep me on track and keep me feeling like I have some sort of control around my environment when there's so much that I don't have control over has helped tremendously. So that brings me to my next tip, or my next thing that has kind of helped me, is having something to look forward to, or even just having something to do that I know that I need to accomplish. Slowly but surely I have been able to fill my days with maybe one big task that I accomplish that day. It helps me feel like I have a purpose when there's so little that I can actually do with my day. And it might sound silly, but I promise you, giving yourself even one big thing that you accomplish for the week, if that's kind of where you're starting, start there. I know so many of us are deep cleaning right now, so many of us are reorganizing. I am going through so many different areas of my apartment, finding things I completely forgot about. And if you've watched the videos that I've been putting out lately, things like painting a birdhouse, that's the one big thing I would do a day, and so on and so forth. This one is kind of a new habit, but I have taken on reading. So it's really interesting. Before all this happened, I had the goal for myself to get into reading again. I used to love reading. I don't know about you guys, but like being on my phone too much or on my computer too much or even on my TV too much really just makes my mood plummet. So I have been taking a couple hours of the day to just put my phone in a different room, to come into my bedroom, to light a candle, to kind of create the ambiance and sit and read my book. I just finished one like 2 nights ago, and now I'm on to another one. I'm reading A Little Princess, which I loved that movie growing up, so why not read it? I've had the book for probably years, and that has been so helpful. It kind of helps you A, get into a different world, B, get away from the current situation that we're in and forget, because I definitely need little like places in this world right now that I can escape and kind of forget for even just a moment what's going on. It really helps me fall asleep, which I know a lot of us are kind of having difficulty right now falling asleep. Start DIYing. I honestly have been so crafty and so like creative during this time, and I love it. What's going on is horrible, but what I'm doing for myself in my day has actually really improved my mood in a lot of ways. I think that so many of us can take this time and try to make it as best for us as possible. I've started painting, I've started crafting, I've started just like getting into things that I had wanted to do before. So DIYing or getting creative and crafting, so helpful. If you are like already on your way to the grocery store and your grocery store has an aisle with crafts or like paint or whatever, pick that stuff up. Don't ignore it. That's stuff that we're also gonna need. Finding a little corner on the web that has nothing to do with what's going on will give you the escape that we all need right now. Whether that's through my videos, Jenna Marble's videos, anyone else's videos. I feel like this is kind of something that so many of us feel so differently about, but I can say for myself, if I didn't have certain content creators right now continuing to create the content that they are, I would feel even more alone and even more isolated than I already do. Whatever creators you like, whatever content you like, make sure that you're taking the time to check out that stuff just as much as you're checking out the news. Being informed, incredibly important. I also don't see why we have to just fill every aspect of our day with that. I think it is really, really detrimental to our mental health. Taking a moment to check out of that and escape from that is so important. Start cooking. Oh my God, I didn't realize how much I loved cooking until all of this happened. And evidently I love baking, and it is so nice. It's another one of those things that helps me get off my phone. It's also something that's so fun. One of my favorite things to do is start cooking around sundown, and then once my food is ready, which is usually when the sun goes down, I pop on some of my string lights, I put on all of my ambient light, and then I turn on some sort of show. I am super into 90 Day Fiancé right now. It's also helping me build a skill that I didn't realize how badly I wanted to build on. So doing little things like that, cooking for yourself, if you're somebody who like would order before, why not hone this skill right now? I'm sure a pretty obvious one right now is FaceTime with your loved ones. I have to genuinely count my blessings and count my lucky stars that we live in a time where FaceTime and video calling and even instant text messaging exists, because imagine if this happened even 50 years ago, even 20 years ago, how hard it would be to connect to people, to remain connected to people. Oh my gosh. I can't even think about it. I remember life before the internet. That probably aged me a little bit. Every day I talk to my loved ones. I really feel like people are taking the extra time and effort to stay connected and remain connected. So yeah, it's been really nice. And I also am hell-bent on doing the conference call kind of thing, like a Zoom meeting. I want to do like a dance party, or I want to do like a Scrabble party or Pictionary. Pictionary could be so fun. But if I were to like plan it for a specific day at a specific time, if you guys would want to do something like that and we all play Pictionary, that could be so fun. It makes you feel connected when we are all so far apart from each other, but I think that's the beauty in all of this, is really stepping up as a community. Stretching and yoga, my God, I love stretching and yoga lately. I know that all of us are at home, we're not using our body the way that we would before, so making sure that I'm stretching and I'm moving my body, and even honestly, I've been moving my body in ways that I hadn't moved prior to this going on. Before I could go out and do anything I wanted, and I still wasn't moving my body the way that I've been moving it now. So if you feel like you're that kind of person that likes doing yoga or stretching or whatever the heck you want to do, or even a workout routine, it's so easy to do like workout routines from home. Even if it's like 5 minutes, like every other day, you will see a huge improvement. I have been journaling. I used to journal all the time when I was younger. There are certain things that you're feeling that you can talk to everyone around you about it. Sometimes you just want to write it and get it out of your system and let it be. It has been so helpful. There have been nights where I've been so anxious, and sometimes the weird thing about my anxiety, like sometimes when I'm that anxious, I want to talk to people and I need that, but other times I can't talk to anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want anyone to say anything to me. So it's been helpful to have sort of like a vessel to pour all of these emotions into. I always end it with my mood, and no matter what, regardless of you know, how often I do this in like a year from now or whatever, maybe even like 10 years from now when I'm a much older woman, I can look back at this time and kind of remember like, wow, okay, like that was a really interesting time, and also to kind of see how resilient we are right now and how much we are processing every single day. And there are, I'm sure, for many of you, good days and bad days. And it is really nice to have my journal to remind me of the good days that I've had and also the bad days, and that whatever I'm feeling, that passes, and nobody's judging me for what I'm feeling. Like, we're all feeling so many different things. A lot of us are mourning plans that we had, or the fact that maybe we won't be able to do summer activities the way that we wanted to. I'm definitely feeling that. What is so apparent is that we're all very, very scared right now, but I think there's a lot of judgment going on, and I think that what we need to do is remember that all of us are processing this so differently. And I think all of us just need to take every day as it comes, take every emotion as it comes, and just don't kick ourselves or your fellow person for the way they're processing that, you know? Anyways, I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I think I have touched base on most everything that I wanted to touch base on. There's definitely probably a lot of things that I forgot to mention. I will see you guys next time. Let me know what kind of content you want to see from me. Again, stay safe out there. And hopefully these tips helped you, and let me know what you guys are doing in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear things that help you in your daily life and things that have been helping you. So I will see you guys next time though. Don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!